The meaning Nordic originally is from is another word, but the meaning in English is northern. It's a northern countries. So what we can see here, see, this is Finland. It's a 5 countries: Finland, Sweden, Norway, and Denmark, and Iceland. So most of them, these countries, some people are confused between Nordic and Scandinavian. So maybe later I will try to differentiate. But this is what. Okay. So in order to this first 3 are officially called Scandinavian countries, while including +3 + 2 we call it Nordic nations. But this small one is called Nordic autonomous regions. So it's still in the Nordic countries, but most scholars, they mostly talk about when it comes to Nordic, they talk about these 5 countries. So, but Scandinavian is a different. As I said before, Nordic is a level of 5 countries: Sweden, Norway, Finland, and Denmark, and Iceland. And most books, they said about this kind of people stay in this different region, and they are ethnically homogeneous. Homogeneous is when people are same, but still there are some minorities, migrants minorities, we call it Sami people. I think you already know Sami people. And when it comes to economics, they are mostly mixing market economy with the live state programs. So most of these countries, they enjoy what you call welfare programs. Secondly, they also have institutions that make a link between local party and the state level. And when we talk about politics in Nordic countries, most of these countries are democratic model. And secondly, the unitary state is a parliamentary self-government. Unitary state is when central government implement the policy within all the central government. And secondly, they are mostly multi-party system. And I already told you that they are welfare state. Okay, and
so you are expert in geography.
Regionalism basically have both negative and positive impact in trade, in FDI, economic, social, and for trade, especially for trade. For negative, for positive impact for trade, when the country have bilateral or minilateral in RTA within the regionalism, the positive impact when they have access to large market. This is concentrated on less developed and developed countries. Less developed countries will have inclined to sign the RTA because they want to export their less quality product to open market. This is because the less developed countries, particularly Southeast Asian, for example, they have small access to small market. This is why they want to expand the product at the open market more. The second thing, when the countries are concentrated once again for less developed and developed countries for positive impact on trade, they will have the opportunity to lobby the government to involve in more RTA. For example, what they were going to do because of expand the market, they will ask for the government to join more. For example, in Mexico, in US. If, for example, in Japan, when they were going to expand or export their market. They have a tendency to sign RTA with the South Africa.
But they have the knowledge, they have high wage of labor, they have also the high corporate tax and a small market. But still, FDI is still high in the Nordic country. How they can manage to get a high FDI with the high wage labor, corporate tax, and the small market? This is how the establishment of regionalism can solve one of the problems of the small market. When they have a collaboration to form regionalism, that means they can expand the market. The population become high, and then even Nordic country also have a relation with the EU. That means the market is more in the Europe if they invest in the Nordic country. However, high wage of labor and corporate tax still the problem in the FDI in the Nordic country. The Nordic country is one of the top 10 ranking in the global competitiveness. That's why I said that the regionalism solved the problem of the small markets. And the knowledge-based economy wants a new trade theory coming because of the knowledge-based economy. They start with the innovation and R&D. That's why from the literature they say most of the ADI come invest in the Nordic country because of physical infrastructure, inventiveness, and technology sophisticated. This solves the problem of the high wage labor. When they have a technology sophisticated, this means they didn't need more labor, and even they pay high wage, still they can use the technology to reduce the wages for the labor. And what's good about the knowledge-based economy, when we see in the FDI in Nordic country, when the crisis of 2008, they didn't have any effects in the 2008, just slightly reduced of the FDI stock. This is why the knowledge-based economy now improved than the traditional trade theory. They use land, labor, and capital. And then the weakness of the FDI in the Nordic country is foreign company can buy the local to gain the monopoly. For example, Sony Ericsson. Now the Sony company buy the Ericssons in the as a Swedish partner. Now Sony control all the share in the Sony company. They didn't collaborate anymore. They get the monopoly by the negative impact of FDI as immigrants.
I think this is the last part for our assignment. We like to conclude. When we talk about, before we talk about immigration in Nordic countries, as you can see these two dictates. You see, this part, before 1961, you see, inter-Nordic immigrants from Nordic countries come from inter-Nordic. So that means people from 5 countries, they will go each other as immigrants. But later, you see, 44 come to Europe. So that means many Europeans coming into Nordic countries, in 2 The most immigrants come in Nordic countries are divided into 2. People coming to work, that's the first issue. And the second thing is people seeking asylum for political reasons from their hometown countries. And most of them, the problem part is, and this one, and both of them are most problem part. But the negative, most positive is economic growth, more when it comes to migration. economic growth is a main positive thing. Like Sweden. Sweden after 1990, when they booming in their economy, they are migrating the expats to working in the companies, which led them to be grown in the economy. It's called free movement of labor force. But when we talk about Nordic countries, each country is different. For example, Denmark and Sweden, they have no same policy. Denmark is more strict in immigration compared to Sweden. Sweden is more open. Because Denmark has many problems with terrorism, also we have problem with anti-Muslim, and many more reasons. But when we talk about in a big picture, maybe they're same in some ways, but when it comes to migration, they are different. Okay, according to some articles, they're saying that growing inequality, making Nordic countries less homogeneous. As I said before in the area, in the presentation, I said Nordic countries are more homogeneous. And when many people come to the country, they feel like they're no more homogeneous people. And the second thing, most immigrants don't integrate well, and they say that because of maybe the religion, maybe because of the language, maybe because of the culture, this makes them not integrate well, and this cause employment rate become 50% compared to native. And the third thing is overrepresented crime and other social problems with those who migrate from other countries within Nordic countries. I think that's all.